Oh, does that look like you? Get to the top, really wanted to fire the hips to create power, but actually just losing control of not only the club face, but the shaft of club. So many players are trying so hard to create speed and power through rotation that we actually lose the golf swing. I'm going to be a little bit controversial here. I'm going to tell you to not bother. Do not bother firing the hips. Don't try to rotate them, okay? Don't try to create power. Now bear with me, because that does sound a bit ridiculous, but there's a drill within this video, I can't even speak, that's going to really help you understand the sequencing of the golf swing so you naturally rotate the hips. If you strike the ball better, you swing the club faster, you'll hit the ball further. But we can't artificially just turn the hips to create power. It doesn't work like that. We lose swing path, we lose control, we lose balance, weight shift, everything. I see too many players get to the top, fire the hips, and in doing so, not transfer the weight. And in doing so as well, the shoulders square off to the ground and throw the golf club over on the outside. What we're going to do today is really just focus on the transition from the top of the backswing into what I would call the delivery position. Now here, what you're actually going to notice there, I don't know if you noticed then, the eagle-eyed viewers amongst you will have seen that. As I got to the top, my hips are 45 degrees to the right of the golf ball. But as I just demonstrated my delivery position, my hips are now pointing, if anything, just left of the golf ball. So they've rotated, okay? They rotated because I brought the golf swing down on the same way it went up. Because if we rewind back to the start, go into takeaway position, turn the body up to the top of the backswing, my hips are 45 degrees-ish to the right of the golf ball. Recreate that on the way down, and my hips are open to the golf ball. That's firing the hips, okay? Because also what I did was bring the golf club down on plane, and I got my weight shift into my lead side. I've got my left hip over my left foot and my left shoulder inside of my left foot, not over my left foot, all right? So we're able to create separation between upper body and lower body, which enables rotation as well as weight shift. So the drill I want you to do, I want you to put your feet about one and a half club head widths wide, because I want you to, and then I want you to put your weight on your lead side. I just want you to focus on swing path, allowing the arms to work back down the same way they've gone up, and you'll find the centeredness of strike so much more regularly. But I didn't fire my hips, but look where I finished. I'm pointing my hips at the target. So I've come through the golf shot and I'm pointing straight down the target line, okay? So really important that you focus on path, focus on transition. Pete Cowan always used to say, if you get the correct transition, your hips will fire automatically through the momentum and the ground movement. So the power is built from the ground upwards. If I get to the top of the backswing, get my transition effectively working back down in front of my body here, almost kind of vertically downwards, my lower body is going to turn out. It's going to turn out of the way. I've got my weight on this lead side. So this drill shortcuts the weight distribution. So I'm going to put weight on my lead side. I'm going to swing up to the top, and I'm just going to allow my arms to work back down. Now you see the importance of this alignment stick here, or you can use a golf club. I'm basically aiming to get the golf club pretty much parallel to that stick. Okay, so as I set up, that's where my takeaway is. I'm aiming to get the golf club back into that position. So there, a little bit heavy, very heavy, but movement was good. And look at my finish position again. Whenever you're doing drills like this, don't practice them on a wet fairway. Practice them on a tee, on your local driving range. Use a tee peg every single time, so we're not overly bothered about what happens to the ball. That's for people that are influenced by the ball there. I know a lot of my own students would have looked at that shot and go, oh, my weight was wrong, or I did this wrong, I did this wrong. It doesn't matter. You're going to focus on something specific here, and then the golf club will just start flushing it for you. So set up to the top, You notice the body's naturally moving. So I'm not trying to fire my hips, I'm trying to release my arms downwards through quality of transition. There we go, we're back again. Look at my finish position again. Straight round to the target. And that's still gone a very, very long way. You will lose distance with a super narrow stance. So this is not for the golf, necessarily for the golf course. It's a great plan B, by the way, but it's not necessarily for the golf course. It's a drill to help you understand the sequencing of the swing. Weight shift took care of itself with a little bit of setup adjustment. The rotation of the lower body just took care of itself. I didn't try to fire the hips. I allowed the arms to work down, and you could see automatically, just as I was demonstrating it and not thinking about it, they were turning naturally. Give that a try. You could do it at home, driving range, wherever, but really work hard on the sequencing of your golf swing, and you will fire the hips, but naturally. Guys, thank you for watching. I hope you've enjoyed the video. Hit that like, hit the subscribe, and I'll see you next time.